We begin with a weather impact alert as we see some of the hottest temperatures of the year. Thanks for being here at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connors.
And I'm Netta Iranpour. Let's start off with your forecast here. Hottest temperatures of the year. Meteorologist Evan Irani joining us. Yeah, you feel it when you open the door.
You do.
I mean, just that steam hits you.
No matter what you do, even if you're taking out the trash or cleaning up something in the garage, boom, you're sweaty just like that.
Not to mention, we typically around sunset are able to open up the doors and the windows.
Right.
That hasn't been the case with this heat across San Diego. We've overnight been staying in the mid 70s, which is closer to what we'd expect on our afternoon highs out by the coast compared to the 80s that we're going to be seeing again this afternoon. Not only do we have a fair amount of cloud cover out along the immediate coastline, but we also actually have a few showers. There's not much coming down, but just be prepared for a little bit of mist and moisture out there, which is typically in the month of May and June. Not much of a nuisance, it's just gray. As we make our way through this month, it is frustrating even in the morning because temperatures are here. I mean, when you have the mist coming down and it's 76 degrees in Alpine, it's not very comfortable. 74 right now in Oceanside and Carlsbad, 72 in Encinitas. Another day of triple-digit heat expected across our eastern valleys, and that heat continues today, tomorrow, and Saturday before we start to see a cool down on Sunday. More details and a look at the 7-day forecast just a few minutes out. Back to you.
And the county's sharing tips to keep you safe. Remember to stay hydrated, wear lightweight clothing. Know the signs of heat illness, including headaches, dizziness, nausea, heavy sweating, and cramps in the abdomen and legs. Don't leave children, older adults, or pets in cars. Also provide shade for your pets and visit those cool zones for free air conditioning, including county libraries. SDG&E is reminding you to take steps to conserve energy during this heat. That includes using fans and pre-cooling your home during off-peak hours, keeping your blinds and curtains closed, and setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher. SDG&E also recommends using large appliances outside of peak hours, and consider unplugging electronics you're not using.
San Diego Unified School District says it is prepared for this heat wave. All classrooms have air conditioning, but gyms, kitchens, and locker rooms, they do not. School leaders are modifying outdoor classes and activities like some sports practices, but they do say there are some things parents can also do to help.
Parents can also talk to their students about all this. They can encourage their students to wear light clothing. They can encourage them to bring extra water. Most important, we want them to alert a staff member if they're starting to feel sick.
Yeah, have that talk with your kids before they head out today. The district says it has technicians on standby in case any AC units actually break down or might need tuning up to get them back up and running quickly. This morning now, the death toll up to 353 people after this landslide and flood right along the Nepal-Tibet border. Look at this video, this big wall of mud and water coming through. Dozens of Americans are among the 1,300 people who are missing now. Heart-stopping video shows that wall of water and rock tear through the region, going down into those streets. Nepal's government believes an ice avalanche likely triggered this. Experts believe it was linked to climate change. Earlier this year, researchers found that glaciers along the Himalaya region are melting faster, with ice loss rates doubling since the year 2000. And now this morning, we are learning the number of arrests by ICE here in San Diego and around the nation are hitting record highs.
News 8's Tori Apodaca live downtown with more details on this local increase here. Tori?
Hi, good morning. The new data shows that ICE arrested nearly 2,000 people in San Diego and Imperial counties in the month of July. That's a 50% increase from what we saw in June and the most we've seen in a single month since President Donald Trump took office for his second term. Go ahead, though, and take a look at what it looked like out in Linda Vista yesterday. There were dozens of community members who were marching in a show of solidarity for those who have been detained and arrested by ICE, including 26-year-old Caesar, a local father detained in this very park in April, who was then deported and subsequently died. ICE agents have also been busy nationwide. Numbers from the Data Deportation Project show that ICE made nearly 50,000 arrests across the U.S. in July, a 15% jump from the number of arrests in June. 20,000 of those arrests were in Texas and Florida alone. People locally say, though, that they don't want people to forget that this is still happening in our neighborhoods. Witnesses who asked to stay anonymous tell us that they saw what appeared to be the Border Patrol tactical unit making an arrest in a Leucadia shopping center just last week. We at News 8 asked ICE for more information about this, but have not heard back yet.
The agenda of the administration is consistent, and we're going to be consistent too in our messaging that we don't believe this is right. We still believe in the American dream, and we especially believe in the dignity of all people.
We've seen this in other cities, so to see it here was really startling.
And according to that Data Deportation Project report, the majority of people who were arrested by ICE in the month of July did not have criminal backgrounds. Reporting live from downtown San Diego, Tori Apodaca, News 8.
Tori, thank you. Right now, the San Diego Humane Society asking for the public's help as it deals with overcrowded shelters.
This week, more dogs in need were taken in to add to the already crowded shelter. News 8's Chris Groh live at the campus there on Gaines Street with what's being done by the San Diego Humane Society this coming weekend. Chris.
Yeah, and look, the shelter, the numbers are pretty staggering right now, and that's before they got these 23 Chihuahuas that were rescued in Imperial Beach. In fact, let's hear it. The shelter already at 170% of its canine capacity, and now you introduce 23 new Chihuahuas who have to be in the care of the Humane Society because they were in pretty rough condition. Now, their owner was evicted from their home in Imperial Beach, and when they arrived and when they found these Chihuahuas, they found them not only fearful, but missing fur, missing teeth, and in need of a significant amount of care before they can even be ready for adoption. So the timing is really hard right now. And so what they are urging folks to do, of course, is to help however they can. If it's to adopt, if it's to spread the word, if it's to foster these dogs so that they can free up some space, that is something that they would like to see happen. Here's what else we heard from the Humane Society about this issue.
23 dogs come into our system when we're already at 170% capacity. That means we're now looking for even more space. So these Chihuahuas are placed in kennels, multiple Chihuahuas in one kennel, but it also means that our other dogs have to be placed in smaller settings. So it's really tough right now.
And so, look, those Chihuahuas, they still need a lot of care before they're going to become eligible to be adopted. But this Saturday, the Humane Society waiving adoption fees for all adoptable animals. Again, not just dogs, all adoptable animals to try to spur some action here from the community. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, great time to add a friend to the family here.
Little Chihuahuas are so sweet. Oh.
And every time we talk about these heat waves, it's a reminder to make sure that the pets are being considered just as everyone else is. You know, you're making the plans for the family and for the kids and everything. It can be easy to just forget about the pup that's outside. They need AC if you have it. They need shade at the very least, extra water. Just make sure you're checking on them frequently. And remember also that their paws are very sensitive to that heat if they're left, on those long walks on hot pavement. That can be really damaging. So please, please consider all the pets out there. 6:08 right now. We broke some records yesterday afternoon. What a surprise. Another day of extreme heat across San Diego County, near record-breaking heat. There are some spots that didn't make it to the triple digits in 2026 up until this week. So we are absolutely seeing some of our hottest temperatures of the year so far, and that means that there's more where that came from. Daily heat records were broken in Ramona and Campo yesterday, 104 and 106. Palm Springs got all the way up to 118 degrees. Just an incredible number to be looking at in Southern California, 118 degrees. It just goes to show, I mean, if you're out there in 118-degree heat, you can spend next to no time outside without starting to feel the symptoms of heat exhaustion, especially if you're outside exercising. That's where things get really dangerous because you're just pushing yourself to the limits in that heat and really just making for a troublesome set of conditions out there. North Island right now is at 2.5 miles of visibility. That's Coronado. We were just looking at that Coronado live picture. A little foggy out there. Some scattered showers moving on shore. I wish I could say it's this comfortable, cute, foggy start to the day, but that's not the case because it just feels humid since temperatures right now are in the 70s out there. We're going to have a few more showers move on shore between now and the mid-morning stretch. A little bit more cloud cover going into the afternoon today and even some pop-up showers. And then as we get through the next about 72 hours, we'll hold on to those temperatures peaking about 10 degrees above average and then start to slide back down to a more normal range. As the end of the weekend comes about, it looks like the first day of those more mild temperatures is Sunday. Traffic this morning is mild. We have a couple spots we can show you. First one I want to mention is down in the South Bay. This is on the 5 in Chula Vista at Palm Avenue. There's an accident there blocking the center divider. There's also 2 stalled vehicles to take you to. Stalled vehicle on the right shoulder in Linda Vista on the 163 northbound before Genesee. There's also a stalled vehicle blocking the center lane in Hillcrest on the 163 southbound at the 8. This is one I want you to take a little bit more note of because this is off toward the right shoulder, which is great news, but this is blocking a center lane. So just take it a little slower on the southbound lanes of the 163 at the 8 this morning where you could run into some extra delays. So let's check in on your border wait times. Right now it is a 95-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Otay Mesa Port of Entry can get across maybe 20 minutes faster. Still going to run you about an hour 15 in total. Then Eric.